Morning.
Hello, how are you?
Good. See who needs Adam.
I'm sad. My Adam's not here.
He'll be back, I hope.
You better. All right. Hi, Kathy. Nice to see you. Welcome, welcome. Let's wait for a few more people to join us.
No, there's Martin and David.
Hi, Miles. All righty. All right, so let's get started. Welcome everybody to our next session of Facebook Live. We love to have all of you joining us. And we appreciate the fact that you've taken time out of your day to join us. Hi, Sandeep. All right, so a couple of announcements. Next week, we'll be holding Facebook Live in an earlier time. It will be at 7 o'clock in the morning Pacific time, which will be 3 o'clock in the afternoon for those people in London. And we will be mainly talking about some of these new account changes and how they affect the folks in EMEA. So I will be joined by my lovely colleague, Sandeep, who's absolutely wonderful. You'll love him. I'm happy you'll get to meet him. And we'll go over all the changes and how it affects the people in Europe and in England. Then the following week on February 26th, we'll be joined by John Hubbard, the wonderful inventor of the Gibbet mount, and he will be talking about how you can use this contraption that he invented to scan down. So you can go down manholes, or you can scan, he scans these large cylindrical sewer things. So you can go down without having to go actually physically down into those sewer things. And so he's also managed to make a contraption where you can connect your Matterport camera to a drone, which is very exciting. And so he will be joining us and giving us some demos and such.
Will there be a live demo of the flying Matterport?
I don't know. I will find out, but I don't know if we can pull that off technically, but we'll see. We'll work on that.
I bet it's possible. We can go outside and we can see it flying.
We can scan him. We can video him outside. Okay, we'll work on that. Hey, Chris. All right. So some of you should have received an email recently, like this morning, and if you haven't, please excuse that. But there will be an email going out today concerning some changes that we're making to the accounting structure, and I wanted to talk a little bit about that and answer some of your questions on that. But the biggest news is we will have a special Matterport Live session next Thursday. It'll be from 9:30 to 10:30 Pacific time, so that's my time. So an hour and a half from now, next Thursday, that's February the 21st, and RJ, who is our new CEO, will be joining us. So tell everybody, have everybody join, ask him lots of questions. He'll be here for a full hour to talk to you.
Awesome.
Yeah. So we're very excited, and hopefully it'll be nice to have him connecting with our customers and answering your questions and ask him hard questions. Okay. All right, so let's talk about the new thing that's coming down the line. Remember, it's not happening yet. These changes will take effect on March the 1st. So don't look for it now. The Help Center will be updated so you can read all about it, but it's not happening now. Not until March the 1st, which is a couple weeks away.
So what changes?
All right, so here are the big changes. Basically, we're combining, you know how you have my.matterport.com for your cloud account, and then you have this thing called buy.matterport.com, which is for your invoicing and your billing. We're combining all of that, so you can look at everything in your cloud account under my.matterport.com. You don't have to go to buy.matterport.com anymore. In fact, at some point that will go away. All right, so here's what you need to know. Before March the 1st, if you want, log into your buy.matterport.com account, download all of your past invoices because those won't be transferred when we make this change. So if you care about your past invoices, download them now and save them on your computer. Right? If you forget or you don't have time, you'll be able to reach out to support and we'll be able to get those for you. But it's way better if you just do that now. So you should have all the invoices you need because the new system will go live on March the 1st, which means that all the invoices that you'll have up until now are the ones that you'll have. So there won't be any new ones. All right. So going from getting rid of
John's comment. Great, that was confusing.
Sorry. The bottom line is buy.matterport.com is going away. You'll be able to look at all your invoicing information within my.matterport.com. You know how right now when you go into settings, you can see things like the floor plans you've ordered, the spaces that you've uploaded. That information will also be the information about your account, your invoices, what subscription plan you're on, the ability to buy more cameras, the ability to change your subscription will all be under the settings. And it's pretty obvious. It's not rocket science. I'm sure most of you will be able to go in there and figure it all out. There's going to be two things that are new that are called roles. And what they are is it's an account owner and a billing contact. Every Matterport cloud account has to have one of at least the account owner, and you can only have one. And the account owner is the person who owns the account. Then they can designate this person called a billing contact, and you can only have one, up to one, and that person will receive all of the billing information and will be able to see. You can only have one bookkeeper, John, and that person will be able to see the invoices, will be able to make changes to the subscription service, such things like that. The rest of the collaborators won't be able to see that information. All right, so we're trying to separate sort of what each of these different admins can see, and that's the reason why. So you can read more about this in our Help Center, which will be up and live today, hopefully. And if you have any questions, we're more than happy to help you with those. Remember, you'll be able to do things like print your invoices, change your subscription service, buy new cameras. Let's see what else. That's about it for now. All right. And all billing will occur on the 1st of the month, just like it always has for the people in the US, right? This is where the change is happening for the people in EMEA who now get billed on some crazy schedule. We'll go over that next week with Sandeep, who is our expert, and we will clear up all questions for you guys at that time.
Okay,
right?
awesome.
All right. So we are open for generic questions. If you want to, I think the topic that Isabel chose for this week is.
So the main thing I wanted to talk about is floor plans. I think there were a few discussions about how floor plans don't come back quickly. So technically the timeline is 2 business days. And
Yes.
it's very frustrating because when you do a scan on Thursday night, for instance, you turn it in and 2 business days turns out to be Tuesday morning. And
Yep.
so from the seller's perspective, this is insane. And so one way to mitigate that is Dee mentioned that you can upload a more sketchy model with just the room dimension scan and then fill it in later, but this is not always feasible, because when you're in someone else's house, you may not have Wi-Fi. But unfortunately, it is what it is.
Yeah. So on the floor plans, the floor plan team technically doesn't work on the weekends. However, I think in the past 6 months, they've worked every weekend. We have a lot of demand. They work as quickly as they can. Sometimes I have people say, look, I ordered 5 and 2 of them came back quicker than 3, the rest of the 3. That's because there's different people working on them. They're not completely automated. There is some person involvement. So sort of it depends on the person you get as to the speed at which they can create them, also the complexity. So please, I ask you for your patience. They're trying really hard, and I know that you guys get beat up by your clients, and then you turn around and you you tell me. So I feel your pain. We're trying to get them out as quickly as possible. If you really need something, you can contact us. I have a good rapport with them that sometimes I can ask them to speed things up. We are coming out with a plan where you can purchase floor plans that process quicker. So we'll have an 8-hour, a 24-hour, to 48-hour.
8 hours. Holy
yeah.
cow.
And that is currently available to some accounts, but not all. I don't know what the schedule is to roll it out to all of them, if at all. I don't know if it's going to be just for enterprise accounts where you have, you know, larger accounts. But right now we're testing that out. It seems to be working really well. The other thing you have to remember is that if you have any kind of misalignment in your space and you order a floor plan, the floor plan team will kick that back to us, which means that we have to then fix it, which means you're going to wait even longer. So before you order your floor plans, take a quick look at your space. If it doesn't look right, you can usually tell if you look in the dollhouse view, if things like there's pieces of wall where it shouldn't be, things just don't look crisp and clear, then reach out to support in advance before you order your floor plan so we can fix that before, you know, we involve the floor plan team, and then it takes longer. So yeah.
Along with the expedited floor plans, are there plans for us to pre-order floor plans when we submit things, when we upload a model? Because right now we have to stay awake at 3 in the morning just in case the model processes so that we can click that order button. So it would be nice to do that before one goes to bed.
Well, you don't like waiting up all night for your space to finish processing. So we have asked for that. I will follow up with that and ask them if they can do that. However, there are no plans for that currently. Yeah, I mean, you're getting floor plans for $15. It's a pretty good deal.
Definitely.
You know, we do take, requests to make changes, custom changes. For example, you can call us and you can ask to include the 6-inch walls. We can, you know, change the names of rooms. If you want to label your own rooms and you want us to use the labels, just turn on the label feature and tell us, and we'll make sure they follow those. I have some customers that want their rooms in a different language. That's fine. Label your rooms, let us know. Some people don't want the total square footage at the bottom. Some people do. So whatever we're willing to work with you to get it to be sort of the way you want it to be. So, and if you want to make changes yourself, the font that they use is called Verdana, Verdana.
So John has a really good solution. He turns on the hotspot on his phone and he uploads as soon as he has a rudimentary scan, and then he fills it in. So that's a great way to
that's a good idea. Faster. I didn't think about that, and I'm sure the phone company loves you because you're using data to upload. So if data is an issue, then just be aware of that.
How big are the models? You mentioned that every Pro 2 scan is about 20 megabytes. Is that true?
I believe so, yes. I don't remember off the top of my head. I can look that up and then post that and let you guys know.
Okay, yeah, it would be good if we're uploading like on the phone.
Yeah, exactly.
Because now that we can, Capture 3 allows us to scan on iPhones, then it becomes super convenient just to upload whenever. But it would be good for people to know what the consequences are.
Yeah. So just remember, if you're using the beta version of Capture, please, please, please don't use that if you are scanning something that matters. Only use it for testing right now, because I really hate for you guys to be out there scanning this mansion, spending 4 hours, and then something happens. So please, it's not in production yet. It is a beta. So don't count on it working all the time. I mean, it's pretty good, but just please. Is it true that if you lower the number of points in the point cloud when using the BLK? Oh, yeah. So when you scan with the BLK, the point cloud that you get is actually dummied down. Yes, so that is true. And the point cloud that you get is the only point cloud that we offer. We don't offer different versions where Some points are there and some points aren't. Does Capture 3 upload in the background like Capture 2 does? Chris, I don't know. You should know that. I would assume so, but I don't know 100% for sure. Yeah, Jan learned about the beta. Sorry,
Oh
Jan.
no, oh no.
Yeah,
Oh.
I know. Please don't scan something that matters with it. Just use the normal one, the normal
Oh my
capture.
gosh. Oh no.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the beginning. Kathy asked a little earlier on, how can we block out competitor signs in Google Street View or blur it in the 3D model? So there's nothing you can do in the 3D model to make any changes at all. It is what you scan. But with Google Street View, once you publish to Google, you can download all the panoramas through a service called GoThru, GOTHRU.co. And there you can download all your Google Street View panoramas, and you can make changes, any changes you want. You can edit everything. You can patch the nadir with your logo, and then you can re-upload it to Google Street View. So that is one solution for things going on Google.
Perfect. Is there any possibility to start having the Capture app on Windows? Yes.
Oh
that is
my
coming.
God.
That's coming.
Along with
by
Android.
the end of the year.
So is
Oh,
our...
wait. Not on Windows. I'm sorry, on
Oh.
Android. Sorry. My mistake. No, not Windows. It has to be on a mobile device.
Are there any plans to have the Showcase app on Android as well?
I've not heard of that. I don't know.
So just Capture for now.
Yes.
Okay.
They're working on it so that you can capture with an Android phone.
Awesome.
Or device. Yep.
Kathy, GOTHRU.co. If you send me a message, I will send you the link.
Oh, George. He put the new capture on the second iPad and he's scanning both at the same time.
Oh my gosh.
That's hilarious. So you have like two cameras and wait, how do you do that? So you
have to switch
one
back
camera
and forth. Doesn't that take a long time? Because you have to disconnect from the camera with every scan.
That's crazy, but I guess it's a good idea. Let us know how it works. When will you support multi-language? We're working on that. I don't have a time frame for that.
How about updating the matter tag icons? There was this huge thread about changing it to the shopping icon or the audio icon.
So we have heard you on that. I think that's apart from horizontal trim, one of our top requests, and it is something that we're working on. So I expect it to be out at some point. I don't know. I can't give you a date. I don't know.
How about the horizontal trim?
I've not heard about that one, but yeah, that would be huge because I get that request all the time. So I actually should ask about that and find out if they plan on even doing that. I don't know.
Awesome.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know technically how hard or easy it is. So I will ask about that.
It's done in Recap. In Recap, you can squish down the model vertically. So tell them that.
Okay. All right, let me take some notes so I remember, since Adam's not here to help me.
Oh no. So Miles wants to know, can we take a 2-level home, duplicate it twice, and delete the upper level on one scan and the lower? Yes, you can do that. Yes.
Yes, if you're going to do that, just make sure you're on the latest version of Capture, which is 2.5.3, because in a prior version, if you made copies and you deleted off the copy, it deleted them off the original as well. And if you so update your Capture app to the latest version, 2.5.3. If you run into problems, then contact support and we can help you. Is there a way to have text over the matter tag showing what the tags are? Drone, picture, info. No, not right now, but that's a great feature request and I will make sure I submit that for you.
When will we have the ability to shoot with the dual lenses of the Theta and Insta independently instead of hiding?
Wait, what's the question?
So you know how the Insta360 and the Theta, they have lenses on two sides?
Yep.
So is it possible to make it shoot first one side, then the other, so that, you know, like the Matterport in the
Yep.
BLK, you can walk around it.
Yep.
But so can you make it so that it shoots separately so that you can walk around the Theta instead of hiding outside the room?
So that's a good feature request. I don't think they're working on that, but I'm happy to submit that for you. So curious, Sherry says, curious about the floor plans and the differences in output, the labels or matter tags based on what we enter in workshop. Some have the correct labels and some don't. Yeah, so if you want the floor plan team to use the labels that you have entered in workshop, you should turn on the label the feature. So there's the little toggle. If you go into workshop on the left-hand side, there's the green toggles. Make sure labels is turned on, because if it's not, they can't see them. And then if you really want to make sure they use them, they're supposed to use them, but you can send support an email saying, hey, please make sure they use the labels. I normally take a screenshot of all your labels and send it to them, so there's no ambiguity whatsoever. But yeah, they're supposed to do that.
So that's another good question. So sometimes you help us stitch scans together, and so then we don't have it in our capture app anymore.
Yep.
If we want to add or delete things.
Yep.
So is there any possibility of re-injecting any scan for that matter? Let's say that my iPad got stolen and I didn't back it up, but I wanted to add to a scan I did yesterday. Is there any way to re-inject the model as scans back to an iPad?
So you're talking about uploading backwards?
Yes.
Going from the cloud to your iPad. Currently, no. However, I have heard that that is being considered and potentially could be a feature in the future.
Oh, that would be super awesome.
That would be super awesome.
Then we wouldn't have to worry about backing up the raw data, because technically it's there, right? In some form.
Yeah. I've tried doing that. I've tried taking a model, getting the data, naming it the same way it does capture, and putting it back on an iPad, and it doesn't work currently. So, hopefully someday we'll have that.
So Andy has a question that I often wish we could do. So sometimes we scan things that we don't intend to have in it for, like on top of cupboards or underneath the bathroom sink. And so is there a way to flag it somehow so that it looks different in workshop? Because it's really tedious to try to go around remembering what you decide.
Yeah, that is a feature request that's already been logged. They're considering that, but as of right now, I've not heard their plans to make that reality. But yes, thank you. I will add your comment to that feature request.
Is Matterport? Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I think we're reading the same thing from Sherry. Are we getting some updated marketing materials? So some of the real estate statistics are from 2016, which is a little while ago.
Yeah, they're aware of that. They're working on it. The marketing team is really super busy right now, but I know they are working on some new material for you guys. I've seen that. They're just trying to make it as best they can before they give it to you. And actually, we have a new person that we hired. His name is Jeff Fong. He will be working with the MSP program and hopefully making it a lot better.
Is he going to do a Facebook Live to introduce himself?
He will most likely join us after he has a plan on what he wants to do with the MSP program. I didn't want him to join us until he has something to announce because I wanted to avoid him being inundated. But if you guys want him, let me know, and I'm happy to have him join us. But remember, next week, Thursday, 9:30 to 10:30, we will have our lovely new CEO, RJ, joining us. So mark your calendars and don't miss it. It'll be a lot of fun.
For us, anyway.
Oh, yeah. I think he'll just be more interesting than us, right? Maybe not.
So question about capture free and windows marking. If you are scanning with the Insta and the Theta, do window and mirror markings matter? Because there's no 3D, right? It's not real. So is it still helpful to the processing system for us to have markings? Or
Absolutely. The only difference between scanning with the Theta and scanning with the Matterport in 3D is that our software called Cortex will take that 2D image and change it into a regular 3D scan and create the 3D data, right? Once it's created the 3D data, everything is the same. It aligns, it goes through alignment. You have to mark windows and mirrors, because if you don't, it's going to think that what's behind that mirror is actually an extra room. So yes, it's very important to treat it just like a regular 3D scan. The only difference is that we are creating that data for you because it wasn't captured with the camera. So even when you're going outside, and so for example, if you want to use your Matterport camera and capture 360 views outside and have those converted into 3D scans using our smart software, you must still scan as though you're scanning 3D scans. So don't scan out on the balcony and then scan way down by the swimming pool. Do them 5 to 8 feet apart so that we can still align them, because remember, as soon as the 3D data has been created, it goes through alignment and everything else just like it's a 3D scan. Right. I hope that's super clear.
So speaking of alignment, here's a question from Klaas. In the big space, even with April tags, he is still finding drift. So what else can be done to mitigate the white alignments?
So that's hard. If you notice it and it starts to get really bad, then start deleting some scans and try again. Maybe try a different scan pattern. Make sure that if you're using April tags, you have that feature turned on in the Capture app, because I've seen a lot of people who stick those little QR codes up, never turn the feature on, and then they're just like little pieces of art. So don't forget, turn it on in the Capture app if you want to use visual alignment, and it's under settings in the Capture app. But yeah, it's tough. Our processing software is pretty good about straightening up small little drifts. So go ahead and upload and see what happens. If that doesn't fix it and you've just tried everything, then contact us. We can usually fix it. It helps if you've scanned in order when you want us to fix something. So don't scan like crazy and don't scan one room, go to the next room, come back. It makes that a lot harder. If you're scanning a big open like empty warehouse, scan in rows. So scan across, move a little, scan back, move a little, scan like that. And it's much easier for us to fix. Yes, and you can also turn off fast capture as well. That helps.
So question from Curtis, when you're scanning a large space, if you do the perimeter, then drop a 360 in the middle, no, you cannot do that. You can't, you need to, so if you want to convert 360 views, you need to scan as close as you would the regular scan.
Yeah.
You cannot just convert one single scan really far away, because when you convert it to 3D, it will connect to nothing.
It'll convert, then it'll be like, I need to align. I haven't got a clue where I'm at. I don't see anything near me. It'll get completely confused. I have not heard that turning off fast capture increases accuracy. However, I have seen instances where it over rotates, and so you'll get issues with the images where you'll see double. If in doubt, just turn it off. Yeah, I heard that at some point everybody will be on fast capture. We're not ready for that yet because we're still seeing some issues with it. So yeah, if in doubt, turn it off. Takes a little bit longer, but it's worth it. Go ahead.
A question from Noel about Google Street View again. So yes, the business needs to have a Google My Business listing so that you can associate your Google Street View tour with that.
Yeah.
Because, go ahead.
Remember that when you're adding scans to Google Street View, and Chris Petrecco was the one who told me this, you're not going to Google Street View and looking up the blue dots. the way that most people get to your business listing is they Google your business, and then they see a bunch of pictures, and then sometimes they'll be like, oh, I want to go to the maps to see where your business is located, and then they'll start clicking on the panos and start walking around. So it's that the business listing drives you to Google Street View and not the other way around. So that was a really important piece of information. All righty. All righty, well, I think we're out of time. Again, please remember next week, Tuesday, we will be on at 7 o'clock in the morning, which is 3 o'clock in London. We'll be talking about these new account changes and how it affects the people in Europe. That's EMEA. And then don't forget, next Thursday, 9:30 to 10:30 Pacific time, we'll have RJ on. And yes, John, I'm sure you'll be much more exciting than him, but RJ, our new CEO, will be on next Thursday. Bring your questions. We'll see who can stump him or ask the most interesting question. So that'll be fun. And I look forward to seeing you guys next Thursday. And again, thank you, Isabel, my wonderful co-host, for being as awesome as you always are and for doing so much that you do for MOUG. It's very much appreciated. Thank you. And thanks to everybody for joining us. We're signing out. We'll see you next week. Bye.